that didn't happen. And all right, we are in the game. Guys, welcome to a matchup between TyRanT Slam and JohnGM. I have no clue who JohnGM is. It might be a Smurf for somebody. I'm not familiar with it yet. I don't know. But it looks like it's a Persians war. And I did not switch to overlay, by the way, just to trigger you guys. No, the truth is I forgot. In the blue, we have TyRanT Slam. In the red, we have JohnGM. Like I said, both playing as the Persians. It looks like very open maps. I will speed it up a little bit. We'll do it barbecue Turkman style. We'll just do fast speed the entire time. In the back, we have woodline for, well, 2 woodlines for Slam, and there's a lot of hills. There's deer back there, which would be very nice for him. I'm trying to think of the terminology barbecue Turkman uses, but I can't. So I'm just going to continue with T90 terminology. There's a boar on the back. Unfortunately, there's a hill, but you know he can bring that in with the sheep if he needs to, or there's some stragglers, so that might be okay for him. I don't think he'll get loomed at this level. To the right, he does have a boar as well. He has mangled. Let's not do barbecue Turkman style. I just can't do it. He has a gold on the right. That's pretty awkward for him, but he should be able to lock that down with some buildings in front. Wait, is JohnGM MBL? He has John 2005. Don't get him confused. I don't think this is MBL. I could be wrong. Maybe he created a new John account. Yeah. The hills are going to be a problem for Slam, but he's going to lure in the deer. He already lured in one. Gonna go back here and get this boar. Persians wars are generally pretty boring, but I think because the maps are open, this will be high aggression. Maybe we'll see man-at-arms from Slam. He likes to do that. We could always see scouts with Persians as well. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Sorry about the slow start here. Let's look at John's map. We're just going to call him John because I don't think it's MBL. I was online yesterday. I did not see MBL playing with his other John account. So we'll see. He's a forward woodline. There's a pond in it. Forward and pond, 2 things you don't want. He does have a woodline back here. He could always retreat to that. Berries are on the back. Deer back there if he needs them, and deer over here. So deer galore. But all in all, a pretty open map for red. Stone on the left. Well, that's one thing. He has stone on the left and stone on the right. He can't easily access that. So if he does get trushed, it's going to be hard for him, I think. Yeah, I wish I could confirm who this is. He has a 21-24 rating. So it could be MBL, of course. Just trying to work his way up with a new account. I just don't think so. So I wonder what the players are going to be doing. Well, right now, no barracks yet from Slam. Okay, there's a barracks. He had the wood for it. His gold's over here. Now, if I'm Slam, I'm going to want to be aggressive because I see that red has an exposed wood line. I see that red has a lot of hills as well. But also I see my own base. Hills in the front. Hills in the back. I'm in a crater, basically. So, you definitely want to take pressure to the other team. Apply pressure over there. And I feel like man-at-arms trust should be really, really good. It's a very hard strategy, but it's a strategy I've been practicing lately off stream. Yes, these are recorded games, guys. So he's going over to... Okay, I've seen this game. I saw a clip of this game. So he is going for man-at-arms. He's on his way to the feudal age. Now this is a very hard build order to pull off because you're just now sending to gold and you're using the 50 gold that you had after loom. So you're creating militia once you get the food for it. You're using all the sheep you have underneath your TC, and then you're going to need to transfer some as well to farms. So it's very low eco approach. Meanwhile, John, he is probably going for scouts, I imagine. No barracks yet, so it has to be scouts. You can see he now has 20 more gold, so he can make another militia. But he's going to need 40 more now to get man-at-arms. Now, does red see him running forward? Guys, pay attention. You're about to see one of the best plays you will ever see in the next couple minutes. Yeah, red does see him running forward. I'm pretty sure he suspected something because he saw units in that barracks. So now he can guess, okay, man-at-arms, towers. Because 4 villagers running forward and militia are there as well. Speed it up slightly. So we have a scout for Slam. JohnGM says, please no. Slam just says 11 in the chat. and says, I'm coming for you. Well, this is really important for Red. If he's gonna go scouts, he needs to wait to fight, and he needs to mass a couple of them, so he needs time. And to give himself time, he's walled off his wood line, which is just perfect. This is exactly what you need to do. Wall off your wood line. And safe wood line on the back. So honestly, with the amount of food he has, this isn't too bad. But obviously this wood line is going to be denied, so he should probably run away from this now. And Slam's going to run in. And this is going to be so beautiful, guys. Slam sending this villager over here. Is he going to wall him in? Well, yeah, he's going to wall him in. But something even more impressive, he's going to use a gate to trap him before he can escape. And these 4 villagers are doomed. JohnGM is going to be trapped. He's going to lose all of his villagers now because Slam already has his tower on the way up. And that is a beautiful play. That is a top play there from Slam. And I did see the highlight of that. I was expecting that. But that is amazing. Now, one little piece that you may have missed is these villagers are now going to die. One little piece you may have missed. Sometimes the gate will go like this. Sometimes the gate will go like this. And you may think, okay, how do I get the gate to sit like that, T90? What Slam did was he placed palisades down, and then he placed the gate on top of it. We weren't actually on Slam's point of view, so you didn't see that. But that's exactly what he did, and that's 4 villagers down for Red. He did not have the time he needed. He does have a stable, so he's going to try and go with scouts. But that's just beautiful play from Slam. Perfectly executed. And now the man-at-arms are forward. Now, Slam back at home, so he needs to be careful. He's probably going to transition. He's actually going to stone, so he's going to go for more towers. But he is not even close to getting up that next tower. So these 4 villagers are pretty much useless at the moment. Which is funny, because he killed Red's 4 villagers. He's sending a forward spear, which is a really good idea. Because the scouts are massing for Red still. I don't know, I don't think Red's in an awful position now because he has a wood line on the back. He could go to this gold if he needs it as well. He just needs to stop more towers from going up. He needs to fight this. He's 3 villagers down, but that happens in other games as well. But probably he's just very frustrated with himself that he let that happen. Oh, I'm sorry it says live. Yeah, if it says live in the title, then I wasn't trying to deceive you. This is actually a rec, but I happened to be looking for a live game and then I jumped into a rec. You have to understand I have like 6 programs up and I always forget to change one thing. Plus I haven't casted in a couple days, so I'm super rusty. It looks like Slam has the time. So he might be going for that next tower, but where will he put it? I think he's going to go for that stone. But he might choose to loop around. Red's eco looks okay for another tower. Okay, he's going to put it right there next to the stone, next to the stable. Yeah, it's live casting. Live expert casting, so... like, the casting itself is live, and then it's experts. It was a trick. Nah, it was just a mistake. Red maybe messed around too long. He didn't even attack this army. He didn't attack Slam's base. Maybe he should have gone out and attacked Slam's base, because Slam is still very exposed. Slam hasn't transitioned at all back at his base. He didn't get a stable up for his scouts. He didn't get an archer range for archers. Peculiar choice from both players now, I think. But if there's one player I would trust to know what to do, it would be Slam in this one. That stable is going to be taken down, and that means Red is going to have no military buildings at all. Is that scout going to make it out? He is. But we're going to have to see a range, I imagine, from both players. And naturally, you're going to transition into a range, right? Because the spears are going to come out. It's amazing that Slam has had these guys here for the entire game almost, and he's been allowed to do it. He's just going to run around a little bit more. So it's 2 spears and 3 men-at-arms for Slam and the 4 villagers. Not accomplishing much, though. The scouts are here now. So Slam gonna almost lose a villager. Bump the speed up again. Slam is just defending. with spears. What's a good counter to that? Archers. Is red going for a range? No, he's on this gold out here, which makes more sense than this one now, obviously. And then on that stone for counter towers. He needs a counter tower. He's already placed one on his wood. And there's the archer range. Okay, so more of a defensive archer range. But that's going to push Slam away for sure. I don't think Slam can access that archer range. But Slam has 7 more villagers? Okay, actually, that's because red already got wheelbarrow. And Slam is researching that now. So your TC's idled while that's happening, because you're researching it in the TC. So that makes sense. It'll be back around 3 or 4, I imagine, close. Or close to that. Red throwing away 2 scouts there, that's messy. He has to get the archers across, I think. Slam is just going to defend with spears and get away with it, isn't it? He's going to defend with spears and then go knights in the castle age? Is that his plan? Maybe defensive towers? Skirmishers from red. Red knows units are coming over from Slam. But does he know that Sacco del Toro has resub? Does he know that? Well, he probably didn't know that because this is a wreck, and that's just messy. Look at that. He almost completely built those houses. And now these scouts have to fight the spirits. He's been trying to avoid this all day. These villagers running around, building houses. Skirmishers should be able to help out with the spears, at least one of them. And red just needs to clean up this darn army, man. Slam has been such a pest. Guys, thanks for the subs. Nimino, welcome back, man. 5 months.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Decent resources for red, but Slam in a much better position. He's going to defend with towers because he expects archers, and going to go now with a stable. He's actually going with 2 watchtowers, so he's definitely scared of archers. And he's going to go knights. So, if you didn't know this, Persians have a +2 attack versus archers with their knights. So it's going to be very good for him. I did feel like red needed to make that transition to archers, but Slam stayed on stone so we can get the towers up. And that's a good counter to that. Slam not even idling his villagers for very long there. Just sending his spears around. No walls from Slam. You'll remember Slam did play in the T90 series versus Doubt. And he ended up taking that 4-3, I believe, right? So he knows about no walling. And Castle Age upgrade coming in for red as well, but the problem for him is he's going with ranges. He doesn't have a stable now. So I think Slam seems to me has more farms, and he's going to have a better army composition. And he has 2 more villagers, and he's going to be up a little bit earlier as well. Archers aren't going to do anything with all these towers up. Now, did red see the stable when he ran inside? Oh, he didn't actually scout the stable. He has to expect it. 2 stables. It's going to be Slam putting up another one now. So Slam having 3 villagers on stone at home. 4 villagers on stone forward. He's going to have a lot of stone. He's also going to have a lot of resources for knights as well. Des Andres, welcome. Welcome back. Thanks for the sub, man. Guys, get the woo-woo-woos in the chat for Des Andres, please.
The esport.
The Hololo. This is not going to be good for red. I can already tell. Oh, okay. He has stables now. He should go camels for sure. Camels and monks. Normally what you see in Persian Castle Age in a 1v1 is camels, knights, and monks, and then a boom. And then in the Imperial Age, you might see the Cavalier and Heavy Camel upgrade, but more than likely you're going to see hand cannons and house. Okay, any camels coming out? Not yet. Not yet. There's one. And probably 2. Meanwhile, Knight's coming across from Slam. He already has chain barding armor, and he's going for a monastery. So 2 stables, monastery from Slam. Very open map, so I think it would probably behoove players to continue to go a little bit aggressive instead of trying to get away with the boom. Red's putting up a TC though. But the problem for Red is everything like behind these towers from Slam. This gives Slam an opportunity to sit here with anything he wants, a siege workshop, monks, knights. Red should be a little bit more aggressive in my opinion. I'm watching the Vil counts, it's very close, and with camels, I think Slam's going to need to run away from this. Okay, he's going to fight it. Going to focus this down. He's just killing one and running away. That's a good move, actually. Oh, is he going to send the knight in there after the skirms? Nope. Just continuing to run back. So notice Slam is still on 1 TC. Going pretty aggressive. He has a lot of stone. Ah, man. Like, I don't think we'll see it, but could we see a castle drop? Would it be good for Slam to put a castle here? What would he get from that? Well, he would kill this TC and he'd push away some farms, which would hurt Red's farming eco. Red... Actually, that'd be pretty good, because if you look at Red's food count, he has to create camels, right? He doesn't have any queued up at the moment, and he's going to be going for a 3rd TC, which means he's going to have to pick and choose here. I don't think he has the food to keep all his TCs running and his stables, so if Slam's able to take out more farms, it's going to hurt the food economy even more. He's going to go for a castle, okay. So, with 4 villagers there, they can jump in the towers if they need to be safe. Red should see that, I imagine. And these villagers are going to have to run away. But you can see his resources looking pretty slim. But Red is currently 5 villagers ahead of Slam. And Slam needs a little bit more stone now to get the next TC up. Where should he put it, though? Up here? So he has the TC next to wood? There would work, I think. I think that would work. Maybe that one tree is blocking it? No, I think it'll work. I don't know. But he needs a TC sooner or later. He has a lot of resources. So, 3 monks for Slam. I like the fact he's being aggressive. I think he understands he's the better player here. Castle's going up. Castle's completely useless for military units, unless he wants to go petards, which would be really peculiar, but of course, you guys would like to see that. Yeah, it's just going to get some map control. He's going to put a siege workshop up underneath it, and then he's going to get probably some mangonels and rams out. Red has a lot more eco than Slam right now. Red does have an opportunity. I think maybe he needs to toss out a couple more monks, a couple more camels, and think about pushing out. But if there's any player... Okay, he's putting the TC up there. Maybe he tried there. I wish I knew. If there's any player who can do a good job with a position like this, it's going to be TyRanT Slam. The one thing we have to talk about is the wood for John. John has all this forward wood, and then this wood line's probably going to be gone in the next 10 minutes. So John cannot lose any fights. He has a castle on the left-hand side. He can't push that back right now. So he needs to win the right-hand side. Camels do not have a lot of upgrades, just a defense upgrade. And that's scale barding. Chain barding in for TyRanT Slam. And he also has forging as well, which is an attack upgrade, and more monks. This is what happens when your economy's down. You're not putting those resources into TCs, putting the resources into the stables, and oh man, 4 conversions would be huge here. And oh, Red, you just gotta have some balls, man, and commit to it. Red getting caught out, losing some camels to the Wololos. And these knights can fight underneath this TC because they have chain barding. Skirmishers from Red coming in on the right-hand side, completely useless. Red still has more villagers, but if he loses more map control, it's going to be very difficult for him. Trying to figure out how this fight is going. If Red sends out some more monks and camels, he might be able to clean this up. It depends what Slam is sending in. More monks behind still. Or the same monks. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Slam gonna run away. Gonna run into his castle, actually, and kill these camels. This is really smart. Check this out. He runs towards his castle. Red's gonna have to run away. Red has a TC up here. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess he needs wood, so he built a TC here and he's sending villagers to wood? That's odd. Very different styles here, guys. Slam currently on, okay, 3 TCs, but that third one is recent. Slam is 15 villagers down, but he does have the military advantage, and he's being a lot more aggressive. Red is playing more the macro style, so build up your economy and then push back once you get in a good position. But right now, I don't think he's in a position where he can push back. He's just now getting chain barding. This castle, gonna fire in his camels. Why would you... I guess he wants to kill the ram, but... I don't know, man. I think he needs to transition into some knights of his own. You don't want to throw away camels. I'm looking at resources. Red has a lot of resources. 4 stables now. Camels. Knights, of course, would do better underneath that castle fire. Is Slam waiting too long? The score is closing in, and normally that's a good indicator of what's going on. It still bothers me that Red is not pushing out, but he probably knows there's monks here. He just lost a villager early on. Is all these villagers idled because the monks would convert? This is a really good game. And credit to Mr. John for doing so well after his struggle early on with losing those 4 villagers. A university now. I think Red's going to be holding out for the Imperial Age. Now a market from Slam. A forward market. Wow. Aggressive trade route. Nothing more overwhelming than that. Knights back here from blue, aka Slam. And he's actually lured all these camels away. Is that gonna... Yep. It's gonna give him an opportunity to go forward. Both players going for castles at the same time. It does look like Slam has the lead. However, he does not have... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Can I count? They're so close together. 8 villagers for Red. I believe 6 or 7 for Slam. And now the monks are coming in from Slam as well. So Slam should get his castle up first. That's what I'm trying to say here. Now the researchers are coming in. So you can see the Imperial Age TC. Is Slam going to wall this off? There's no villagers in this town center. Imperial Age TC for Red is this one. So it should be safe for now. Big fight. Some villagers are in the town center for Red. So that's going to push Slam back a bit. But Slam wants to stop this castle from going up. He wants to delay Red. Don't think it's going to happen. Well, the delay thing is definitely going to happen. Villagers will get sniped. But I think the castle will at least go up. But it's very similar imp times. Now, after all the harassment Slam has put in, and all the map control he has, Red is struggling. He's only 5 villagers ahead. And if you look at the military count, Slam has 20 more military. In that siege workshop, Slam has battering rams. Can't say that is unexpected. And Slam still with upgrades, and with monks coming around, Red needs to be careful. I guess the question is, what is Red waiting for? I feel like he's been waiting for his economy to pay off, and it just hasn't. Oh, can Red quick wall this off? No, he can't. I don't know why he's building an archer range in the back. I guess he wants to go hand cannons later on, but just hasn't had time to address this. Look at all the idols back here. There's no wood left. How often do you see a player run monks this far back into your opponent's base? We're going to see 6 conversions, I imagine, and see how the fight goes. It's so very hard to tell. Will they even go for heavy camel? Because they're probably going to be transitioning. Top right, we're probably going to see chemistry come in for both players. Just a mess of bodies, but Slam has come out on top there for sure. Chemistry coming in for both players, as expected. No heavy camel coming in. All these camels just going to trade. That's a good time to fight. Oh, the battering rams are in already, and Red needs this castle. The Batard's coming out from Slam as well, just to help out. That castle's going to go down. Remember, the wood line is forward for Red. Once hand cannon upgrade comes in, or sorry, chemistry upgrade comes in, then hand cannons will be available from these ranges. And they are a ranged unit, so they can sit behind this wood line. Yeah, I think Slam recognized there's no resources in the back for red, and he would have to come forward. So even though he's a little bit behind with his Vil count, he just had to keep the pressure on. And he actually still has some camels here, and camels with these upgrades can raid a bit if he wants. Slam is now ahead in villagers. Gonna have just 2 ranges, gonna go for a third now. It will have 3 siege workshops, so we'll see bombard cannons and hand cannons, I imagine. Did red make more camels? Where did these camels come from? Maybe he had those remaining from that fight? I don't know, but it's going to be useless now. He can't get close to this castle, and the hand cannons will shred the camels. Looks like Slam making some camels just to counter that now. But I don't think they're going to continue with that. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't counter knights or anything. Hand cannons in numbers will kill the camels. They're not getting the heavy upgrade. Oh! Did I pause that? What in the world just happened? The color switched. Oh boy. Well, I think we knew what direction that was going, but it seems we've had a drop, which is really weird because it'll normally say stream ended and not game paused. Huh. Well, it's a wreck, so if they restored it, then I would have saw the other wreck, and I didn't see the other wreck. So I'm guessing that John was like, you know what? Sorry, I can't do this. GG. But he still could have came back. They restored it. I should have seen that, guys. I apologize for that. I did not know this was going to be an impartial game. But we're good. Or a partial game. Jeez. More water. More water. Just HD things. Exactly, Giant Apple. HD's on my computer, so HD caused it. Anyway, I'm not feeling too well. I'm going to play now. So we'll see how this goes. Let's look at the military stats, though. We have 81 units killed for Slam. The eco is what matters. That's interesting to me, because John had more villagers for a long time. I didn't check the idle time, but that leads me to believe that John had more villagers, but they weren't working as efficiently. Technology stats. There they are, and society stats as well. So if this does go to YouTube, you can just pause, take a look, call your friends, talk about it, but that's it. There you go, no more. Yeah, it's really weird how that game ended like that. Normally there'd be a GG or something, and it would say stream ended, but who knows.